my house is fairly decluttered. I mean, I'm sure that there's things that you'll see around that you're like, are you sure? I feel like I'm getting to that point where I can just say I'm in maintenance mode. I have decluttered so much. There are spaces like the garage and like other things, but the main living areas are mostly just maintenance. And I found a video from Simply This Life. I love her videos. She gives me so much motivation, and her house is just immaculate. Like I could see us being friends. But she posted a video earlier this year, and it was 23 things to declutter in 2023. And I kind of wanted to go over this list. These are things that I've decluttered myself, or things that I need to go over again and declutter again. So I wrote down everything that she says to declutter, and we're gonna go through the list. Obviously, like, this kind of list is always just a starting point. You don't have to declutter everything someone tells you to. And even though the title of this video is Decluttering Everything Simply This Life Tells Me To, this is just a starting point. You can declutter things that aren't on this list. You can declutter 5 things on this list and you've made progress. You can declutter 1 thing on this list and you've made progress. You can declutter 1 thing that's not on this list and you've made progress. And she tells us to start at the fridge with magnets. And I will say, she says she doesn't use magnets. I do, but I try not to keep a lot of stuff on the fridge. So like, this is my meal plan for the week. I've already done some of these meals, so I've crossed them off because I was like, it was easier. It's an easier meal, so I cooked that one first. But like, I have this magnet, which is it's like one of my favorite things. I got it in Italy. Like, you know, I have magnets that mean things. This was a magnet from my wedding. So I have some magnets, and I probably won't declutter any of them because I do like them. This is something that Dan uses all the time to color on, so it works out for me. And then I just have these 3 magnets here. So it's not anything like fancy or major, and I don't have any on the front of my fridge because I don't like the way that looks, but I do have some on the sides, and you know, it's fine. It is what it is. But if I had any broken ones or ones that I just don't really like, they would be gone. So like, that's the thing, like, just start there. And maybe if she said magnets and you don't have any magnets on your fridge, but you have a bunch of paper clutter or a bunch of stuff on your fridge being held up by the magnets, maybe it's time to declutter that stuff. So like, that's what I mean. Like, it's a starting point. It doesn't have to be those exact things. And if it guides you to declutter something else that wasn't on the list, go for it. I do have a couple more magnets over here. And they're just like cute little magnets up here with all my doctor's appointments on the board, because I am 34 weeks pregnant almost. So I've got lots of doctor's appointments, including one tomorrow. So yeah, but I don't have any magnets. But this is one thing that I need to declutter, is this thing. This thing right here needs to be decluttered. So instead of doing magnets, because I don't have any that I would like to get rid of, I'm just going to pull all of these papers and things out of here. Like, that has all my stuff. This is, I can throw that away. The dog was carrying it around. These, I don't even know what they are. I think they're Devin's like gloves for four-wheeling. I think I'll put these in his drawer in our bedroom. I don't know what they are. I don't like to declutter things that I don't know what they are. Oh, look, another magnet that fell down. So now we have 3 there for things that we need. A key. I think Devin knows what that's too, though, so I'm just gonna stick it up here so you can see that. And then I keep these in here. Not a perfect system. But it works out. And then Dan's hat can go in his room. This can go in my room, and these can be thrown away. Well, and this too. And since we're still in the kitchen, we're gonna go to number 2, which is cracked and or broken utensils. So I don't know if I have any cracked or broken utensils, but it's always a good thing to look and see. Let's head down here. So this is where we keep some things, like my chopstick collection that I got in China, and I use these, so I'm not worried about that. Honestly, this is looking pretty okay. Can you close this for me? Thank you. Open that one. And like, she's specifically talking about wooden utensils, and this is the only wooden like thing that I have, but it's mostly silicone. This one's been melted and kind of destroyed, so I think I might throw that away. Yeah? Will you throw that in the garbage for me? In the garbage. Throw it in the garbage, it's yucky. Okay, close it. Thank you. And that looks good there, huh? Okay, let's look in the next one.
What about this one?
Yep, this one. This, whatever, this has the silicone.
Let me show it to it.
Yeah. Do you want to put this in your kitchen, in your room?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna let Dan take that to his kitchen because he can play with it in his little kitchen. He doesn't have a little whisk yet, so might as well just put that in there. And then these are looking okay. Honestly, I use everything in this drawer other than that one, so I like to have multiple whisks. And then down here, I know it's not the most functional thing, but I have pots and pans that go in here, and then those, and that's looking pretty good too. So let's go to this utensil drawer. So in here we have silverware and things, and I just wanted to see if there were any little kid spoons and forks that need to be thrown away, because that's really the only thing that I can think of. Nope, we're good there. Cool. So we got the number 2 done, which is always good. Next one is spices. I only have a few spices in my pantry that I'm still needing to declutter, not declutter, finish. Needs shelves. But everything that's on that shelf is good to stay. I just kind of wanted to take a peek at these ones. This is the one thing that I was not a fan of. I'm like tempted to try it again. Maybe I'll taste it. I just don't remember it being very good. Maybe that would be good on chicken or something. It was not good on steak. Looking, any expired ones, June 30th. This one's technically expired, but you know, it's fine. My main ones are Italian seasoning, ginger, garlic, onion powder, and where is it? Oh, and this one is amazing on steak. Like, it's so good on steak. I just like dry rub this on right before I cook it. It's awesome. Oh, I use a lot of minced onion, especially when I don't want to cut up an onion. Cream of tartar. Okay, so as you can see, I don't have like a million spices. This is literally like all of them. So there's nothing to really declutter here. There's nothing really to get rid of. Maybe this, because I need to replace it, but I'm not gonna get rid of it till I replace it. But these are all the spices I have, so I don't feel like this is an excessive amount. I use most of them. This is the only one that I wasn't sure about, but I want to try it on some chicken or something to see if it's any good. And if not, then I'll declutter it, because why keep something you don't use? And then I've got taco seasoning in here as well, and then 3 different kinds of salt on that shelf. So that is it. And yes, I use all 3 of those kinds of salt. I may not have gotten rid of any spices, but I was able to take inventory of what I do have, and that is also helpful. The next thing is sauce packets. I recently cleaned out my freezer. I meant fridge. I actually didn't clean out my freezer. I had 1 sauce packet in my fridge. We have not been eating out lately. We did get like Little Caesars recently because I was like, I do not want to cook, and Devin was on his way home, so we picked it up, and it was a bad night for me, but it was also like, I don't have to cook, so this is nice. But lately we've been trying really hard not to eat out or do anything like that, and it's very seldom that we do. We don't have a lot of sauce packets in the house. If we have sauce, it's from a bottle, so we don't have to worry about that. So if you do have a bunch of sauce packets, just throw them out, because especially if you have no idea when you got them. I have been there before. I had like Arby's sauce packets in my fridge for probably over a year at some point, and I was like, why am I keeping these? Obviously I'm not using them, and then also gross, not worth it. The next one is lids and jars that we don't use. That would take me to that cabinet over there, and maybe, I think I've done okay with my Tupperware recently. I actually decluttered through it recently, and I made sure that all of them had lids. That is something you need to do. Make sure your Tupperware has lids. Actually, I store my Tupperware with the lids on. I always make sure that it's completely dry. I let it sit out for an hour or so after coming out of the dishwasher, and make sure it's completely dry before I lock the lids on there. But I do store them with the lids on because I just feel like, I honestly don't think it takes up more, maybe it does. I have a lot of space for my Tupperware, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, I make sure that I have the lids on. But I have this mug that Devin gave me. This is just reminding me of this, and I've been meaning to fix it. It is a very sweet mug, but you know, I don't know if I'll ever fix it. It's been sitting on my counter for a long time, and it's just very sweet. So I think I'm gonna take a picture of it and then say goodbye, just because it's a mug, you know, like it is very sweet. So I'm gonna take a picture of it because it does make me happy. I think I already have a picture of it somewhere. It's a very sweet mug. I just don't think I'm gonna fix it. I don't. And then if I did fix it, I feel like it would break again, and I liked using it, and I can't really use it. It would just be something on a shelf, you know? I'm gonna go in here and see if there's any jars that need to be decluttered. Let's see. So I have 2 jars down here. Like I have this one, and I feel like I won't use all of these. These are gonna go in the decluttering box that I have over here. All right, and then the next one is throw blankets, and this is 6 and 7. So
all the colors in here. It's just a picture of the sun.
Oh, really?
So he has a star on him.
He does have a star on him, huh? Okay, so I had to get Dan settled with a snack in his room, and now he's happy. All right, so the next one was throw blankets, bedding, and sheets. So we're gonna see if we can find any of these things that need to be decluttered. I feel like I need to minimize how many blankets we have in this house, but I have a hard time with this one because I love blankets. So let's see if we can get rid of anything. We're gonna start in the living room, and I'm gonna open this window. Bring in some of that light. And in this ottoman that has clearly been destroyed by my dog, we have some blankets like this one, that's Devin's, that he got when he was younger. This pillow, which I don't hate this pillow, but I think it needs to be given away. And that is one of the later things that she has on her list. Let's see. Yeah, number 22 is pillows, and this one's just one of them, but since I'm here, I'm gonna say goodbye to that one. This is a blanket I used on my bed, but I don't really use it anymore. It's not soft. Roxy apparently wants it, so I'm gonna say I don't need this one. I don't hate it, I just don't need it. A puzzle piece of something I got rid of a long time ago. Another puzzle piece. So I think these are the ones I'm gonna say goodbye to, and I'm gonna throw these away and put this one back. What do you got in your mouth? Hey, What do you have? What do you have? She eats everything. And my living room could be cleaned, but that is a different story. Sometimes you just have to declutter before you clean. Here's a couple good things that we can stick in the box. And here's a couple good things that we can throw away. This box is getting full, which is nice, and it only has 6 things in it. So I went through the blankets in here at least. There's other places that have blankets, but this is like the main area that I keep blankets. Sheets and bedding. So we have 1 extra pair of sheets in my closet. I want to make sure that we don't have more than that because I like to have a little bit of extra in my closet, but not a lot extra. So we're gonna head into my closet for just a second and see if there's any extra sheets and things that we need to say goodbye to. Like these pillowcases are real crappy, so those can go. This is the extra bedding set. Here's an extra blanket for the dogs. These don't go in here. What is going on? Devin! I think I need to wash all of this. Okay, and then up here, yeah, okay. This is where I want to be. Devin has a bunch of stuff up here. So these are the bedding sheets that I hate. I'm gonna say goodbye to those. And I might take those to a, I use this for camping every once in a while. It's a shirt of Devin's. Oh, here's my hats. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so this is one I want to keep. These I want to keep. I do think I need to wash them though. And then they're like starting to stink a little bit. This is garbage. That I want to keep. My hats do not belong in this box. They belong over there. Okay. And then this is not one that belongs in here either. This goes in Dan's room. So this sheet though goes with like camping stuff because this is just a sheet that I use on a twin bed when we go camping. But the question is, we might use it for Dan actually. The next time we go camping, we might pull out a air mattress for him because he's getting bigger. Well, how do I fit this in here? That's the real question. My belly's popping out. Okay, let's see if I can fit this in here. I don't think I can. It's supposed to fit in this little bag. That's why it's the same fabric and everything. Gotta go slow maybe. Stuff it all in there very slowly. Roxy's very interested in what I'm doing. What? That's close enough, right? Okay, I'm just gonna stick that in there for now. And then I'll try and remember that it's in there. I really don't want to go all the way downstairs currently, so I'm not going to. That feels better. But I have all of this stuff that I need to, I think I want to throw it in a bag and maybe take it to a animal shelter. We will see. And then I might take that pillow that's kind of falling apart to the animal shelter too. But I'm gonna go throw this away and put this in Dan's room real quick. All right, so I have this big bag for donations and I'm gonna throw the sheets and pillowcases that I don't want to keep in there, and anything else that I like fabric wise that I don't want to keep, I'm gonna throw in this bag and I'm gonna find an animal shelter to donate it to. It's always good to try and find an animal shelter. I have yet to do that though, so I am not one that does that on a regular, but it is a good thing and it is very kind to do that. Maybe there's more downstairs, but I'm kind of pooped right now. If we go downstairs, I'll look, but I'm not gonna make that my priority at the time. The next one is plants. Okay guys, this one makes me so sad. I have a plant in my dining room that I kept alive for almost 5 years, and I am not a plant person, but it's the plant that Devin gave me for our first Valentine's Day because I said I wanted a plant in my apartment, and he was so kind to remember that I had said that in our first 3 weeks of dating. And then he gets me a plant, and I have replanted it like so many times in different pots and everything. It ended up in this pot, and the last 6 months of its life, it was very sad, but this is all I have left. It's this tiny little stick that's poking out, and I was trying to bring it back, and then Dan pulled off all of the leaves, and then it died. So, you know, this is one of those things that make me very sad. So I'm gonna stick this in my garage because I have another pot down there, and when it warms up, I might get some more plants and plant them, or maybe I'll get some fake plants and plant them in these pots because I am not a green thumb. But like I said, I'm not going downstairs yet. I'm just gonna stick this by the stairs so that I can take it down there when I go down there. Yeah, I don't really have any other plants. That's the only one. So let's get rid of that one. All right, the next one is DVDs. And, okay. She even says that her husband does not want to get rid of DVDs. My husband does not want to get rid of DVDs. And I'm okay with that because I changed everything so that it's in a DVD like case. We just have this one thing of DVDs, and that's it. So when we do have like extra DVDs, we put them in here and it's fine. I probably do have some like laying around, but those are ones we need to go through, and Devin can help me with that. I am not currently wanting to do that. That's not like a priority of mine. But if you have a million DVDs and you don't use them, we actually do use our DVDs sometimes, and you know, if you use them, great. If you don't, that's okay too. But yeah, if you don't use your DVDs, yeah, sure, get rid of them. Get rid of the ones that you really don't like. Even when I went through, I just got rid of the ones that I was like, oh, we'll never watch this. And then I put all the other ones into the DVD case that I bought. So it worked out. Okay, next one is games and puzzles. That's actually 10 and 11. So let's go to our games and puzzles. I don't know how many are in there. There's not very many. We don't have a lot of games or puzzles. And really, I probably won't get rid of it very many or any. We'll see. But if you have a cupboard full of games and it's like overtaking your whole cupboard, this is not the best system either, just so you know. I do plan on having a better system at some point, but that is not my priority. Okay. This is something I need to get rid of. Dan had me help him put this puzzle together, and we lost like half the pieces. So, yeah, that one's gone. This is something Dan loves to play with, but it terrifies me to no end because it has all of these little magnet balls, and that scares me. And I emotionally can't handle it. And then this is Dan's little bin where he has like the whatever it is, this stuff. He literally threw it all over the floor the other day. So I'm just gonna keep, I don't even know. This one I can't get rid of yet, but I might. In the near future, I might get rid of this, especially if he throws it all over the floor again. We've got some board games and things. I probably need to go through, there's a receipt, I can throw that away. Probably need to go through all these cards and make sure they actually have all the cards in them. But I like having lots of decks of playing cards because I like to play this game called Nerds, especially when we're on like vacations and stuff. I will bring a bunch of cards and then we'll play Nerds. If you've ever heard of the game Wacky 6, it's the same thing, but you use playing cards instead, and then you can have as many players as you want. instead of just 6. So yeah, we're gonna say goodbye to these though. And the receipt that I found. What is this even from? Oh, Christmas. Okay, cool. I'm going to donate this one and throw away, well, not throw it away, but like recycle this one. The next 2, candles and air fresheners. And I'm trying to think, I try not to buy more than one. Like I try to buy a candle and then use it up, unless it's like a holiday candle. But I have this one, it smells really good. And it's called Citrus Sunrise by the Tuscany Candle Company. And it's very good. But I'll buy 1 candle at a time usually and then use it up. And maybe I'll have 2 at a time if I find a scent that I really, really love. But I try to use up the candle all the way and then just say goodbye at the end, throw it away, get rid of it, because I don't want to have a hoard of candles in my pantry or my cabinet or whatever, because I've done that before and it's not my favorite. So yeah, I do have a little, like, it's like the Scentsy things, but it's the Walmart brand. And I have those, I don't have any wax melts for that, but I would use that too. But it's, I like the look and feel of a candle more. And then, do I have any like spray air fresheners that I'm not gonna use? Probably not. But it is nice to not have like a ton of scents going on in your house. I literally have 1 candle and I use it probably twice a week. So it's not like, I really don't use a lot of stuff. I was at Costco the other day and they were handing out free like wallflowers. I think it was the Glade brand. I don't really know which brand it was because I wasn't paying attention truly. And they were handing out free wallflowers. They weren't giving out like the scents to go with it. It was just like the plug-in. And she was like, oh, it's a free sample. And I was like, thank you. I don't think I'm gonna use this. So I didn't even take it, which I felt was very minimalistic of me. So I didn't even take it. Like 2 years ago, I would have taken it because I'm like, oh, it's free. I need this, you know? And now I'm like, why would I need this? I don't use these things. So I'm like, I don't really even use these things, but thank you. Just me trying to be a little bit more minimalistic every day is great. So candles, air fresheners, we're good there. I don't think I need to declutter anything there. If I do find any, I'll get rid of them when I find them, you know? That's kind of how life is. The next one is broken picture frames. And I'm trying to think if I have any broken picture frames. Probably somewhere, I don't know. There is a picture in my bathroom that got wet on the back, so I need to get a new print inside it. I wouldn't consider it a broken picture frame, but it is needing to be, like, the pictures needing to be replaced and a new backing on it, because obviously it gets wet on the inside if I don't have a good backing on it. So I think I need to like replace the backing and then like make it so it doesn't touch the wall, because our walls in our bathroom get so wet. We don't have a fan in there. We need to apply a fan. Like, we need to add a fan into that room. I have a lot of prints that I need to frame. I have a lot of prints that I need to like actually hang up on the wall that I don't have frames for. So I feel like I'm actually lacking the frames right now that I would use and need. So that's a future project, but it is a project nonetheless. Old makeup. I'm gonna grab my makeup bin. Well, actually, let's just head into the bathroom. I'll show you the picture though too, because it makes me really sad. So this is actually a print that my sister did. But as you can see, there is a spot. The picture is now warped, and that makes me very sad. Like, the whole back got messed up because it wasn't good, apparently. It needed something else to protect it on the back. So that is a project that I need to work on. I really go through my makeup fairly often. And I will say, a lot of it's probably expired, and I've had it for a really long time, and you know, I don't want to spend the money. I have it. The things that I won't use that are old is foundation. Basically anything that is like liquid, I will not use really old stuff. Mascara is one. But other stuff like powders and things. I did get rid of all of my lipsticks recently, and I just picked up 2 I don't know where the second one is, but I picked up 2 when I was at the store the other day. They were like $1.50 or something, and I was like, okay, I'll grab a couple colors because I had gotten rid of all my other makeup, all my other lipsticks. But really, I don't have a lot of makeup. I'll show you what I have. So this is my little makeup thing. I got this from IKEA. I love it. But it's just this and this, and they fit into each other. This is probably 5 years old, but I still love it, and it still smells fine. I don't think it has any issues. It's never made me break out or anything. If I started breaking out, I would obviously get rid of this, but I love this palette. I used to have a million palettes. This is the only one I kept. And then I have this like build your own palette thing by Buxom, and it has 2 colors. It has like this one that I really only ever use, and then these 4 colors. So I have kept it for this one color that I use every once in a while, but you know, it's what it is. And then I have a kabuki brush, extra brushes down here, an extra mascara, this CC cream, which is one of my favorite things. It's pretty nice. And then I have this like mirror from Hong Kong, and an extra little thing of eyebrow palette thing. Okay, but that's really all I have. And some of it's really old and some of it isn't, and just, you know, it's fine. I have this Lorac blush that I had to piece back together with, what is it, the rubbing alcohol. I had to like spray that in there and make it so that it would be pressed again. It's fine. I do think I need to replace this at some point, but it hasn't been a big deal. So that's really all my makeup. I don't have anything to get rid of. That's also after I've decluttered a ton, and I have gone through my makeup 10 times since I started my minimalism journey. So it really, if you have a big collection of makeup, don't feel bad that yours doesn't look like mine, or don't feel bad that you have that much, because it's okay. It's okay. If you use it, that's great. But if you don't use it, because I wasn't using mine. After I got married, I barely did my makeup. And like before, I used to buy makeup all the time. I used to put it on my face constantly. Like when we were dating, I would have a full face of makeup all the time. But then you get married and you get comfortable and you have kids and you don't have time or the energy to put on a full face of makeup. This is about as much makeup as I do. Unless I'm like going to a wedding, then I might do like a full face. But even then, that's all I use. It's not worth it to keep a bunch of makeup if you're not gonna use it. But if you use it, that's more power to you. If you can store it and you can use it and you have time to do that, then great. Not everybody does. I used to, I do not anymore. The next one is towels, and then the one after that is rugs, and then toothbrushes, which I wanted to do first before we head out of this room. Dan has his toothbrush. We recently replaced it, so it's fine. This toothbrush, I have no idea what it's from, so I'm gonna toss that. Who knows? This thing goes with one of Dan's old toothbrushes, so I don't really want to keep that. But for me and Devin, so we have these Equate Oral-B knockoff toothbrushes that we use, and I replace the heads every 3 months as dentists recommend, or as often as I remember to. Try to aim for 3 months. So yeah, so we have those. We don't really need to get new toothbrushes. The next one is nail polish, which is also in here, and then we'll get to the towels and rugs. I don't know about rugs. That one I'm not sure about. Funny thing, I rarely ever paint my nails. This one I think I can get rid of. I don't think I'll ever use that, so I'll get rid of that one. I have some stuff in here. This one I really like, so I'm gonna keep that. And then the rest, those ones are good. And that one, like these are the colors I would probably use. So I'm not gonna say I'm gonna get rid of those. Those are good. But I will say goodbye to this one. It also looks like it's separated, so I'm gonna say goodbye to this one. Rugs, I'm not sure I have any that I would like to get rid of. In fact, I need to get some rugs in my house. Okay, but there are towels up here that I probably need to at least consider getting rid of. They're gross. Okay, so I use these orange ones a lot. Like these ones, I kind of feel like maybe that it's time for them to go. They're just looking a little tattered and I don't really love using them. So I think I'm gonna say goodbye to these ones actually. I have these ones that look even more tattered, but these are the dog towels. And I kind of like having some that are like this ratty for that reason. But then I have some nicer towels. This one is just Dan's towel. He really likes it. And then these ones are fine. Okay, so that honestly feels better up there. Just getting rid of those 2 towels will help, I think, with how much space we have in this cabinet. These 2 I don't love. I'm gonna get rid of them really quick. Okay, down here is this stuff up in here. And I have like these are rugs right here, but I use them quite a bit actually. This one needs to go in my kitchen. These are rugs that the dogs like to lay on, and then I also like to use them in my kitchen until I get some nice kitchen rugs. These ones are nice to use for that, but I do want to get some like no fatigue or anti-fatigue rugs for my kitchen so that it's a little easier when I'm working in there, making dinner and whatnot. But these are nice for at least water drippage, and anyway, they're nice to have in there. But yeah, my grandma makes these rugs, by the way. She makes them and I have a lot of them and I love them. And the dogs love them probably even more than I love them. So yeah, I'm not gonna get rid of them. I'm just gonna go stick this one in my kitchen. So I put the towels and things in the bag to take to a dog center, and then, or a, whatever it's called, animal center. And then we did toothbrushes and nail polishes. Hey, we're on the back page. We went through 19 items already. The next one is scarves, bells, and bags. Belts. Scarves, belts, and bags. Okay, I started off with a ton of scarves when I started decluttering many moons ago, but I don't think I have that many now. But I do think I need to look and see what I have. Maybe 2 scarves. And then I know I have a belt somewhere, but I was maybe gonna give it to Devin because it's technically a men's belt. It was just a little too big for me, and I think it would work for him, and he needs a new one. So it's like a nice Timberland belt. I just don't know if he'd want to use it because I did have to add a couple holes to it. It's like a nice reversible one, so if he wants it, he can have it. Bags, I have 1 bag. So I have a church bag, which I carry to church every Sunday, and it has like toys and things for Dan and like a coloring book and whatnot, and snacks. And then I have my purse, and then I have a diaper bag, and all of them are functional, and I don't have extras of any of those, so I think I'm doing pretty good. The next one is shoes, and that's why I wanted to stay right here, was so I could go through my shoes. I don't know, I need to go through Dan's too. He has some in his room that are not being used. These I don't want to keep. Like, they're Walmart shoes. I just don't think I'll use them. And then these boots are very cute and were gifted to me, but they are very uncomfortable, so I won't keep them. I don't keep shoes that I can't wear. It's not fun to see shoes in your closet that you can't wear, so I found 2 pairs for me, and then we'll go into Dan's room in a minute and we'll look through his shoes too. But Devin, he wears the same cowboy boots. He has 3 pairs of cowboy boots that he shifts through, and that's all he wears. He has like old cowboy boots, but he will not let me get rid of them, so it is what it is. It's fine. He does have like a pair of tennis shoes and a pair of like slippers and a pair of flip-flops or sandals, and then some muck boots, and that's about it. Okay, but these ones are gonna go in the donation. So the next one is pillows, And pillows are awesome to get rid of, I will say. It feels really good to get rid of pillows. We actually recently got new pillows. So Devin, I had picked up a 2-pack for him at Ross. So we got rid of our old pillows and then I got myself a new pillow as well. We don't like the same kind of pillows. So I have to like get different ones, but it's nice to have a 2-pack for him, and then for me I can just go to Walmart where I got mine and replace it. I never know what kind of pillow I'm gonna like. I like the one I have right now. It's pretty decent. Pillows, I think we're okay. There might be some downstairs that I can toss. Actually, I do know of one that's downstairs that I can throw away, and I don't think we're gonna be going downstairs at all. So I think we're okay. I'm not gonna throw it away right now. It is on my list of things to get rid of. I think if I take stuff to the animal shelter, I'll grab that pillow on my way out. Or as I take the stuff down to my car. So I just don't want to go downstairs currently. It's like effort. And then the last one is kids stuffed animals. So we're gonna go into Dan's room. His room is a disaster right now. It is what it is. He has toys. He's a 3-year-old little boy. His room gets really messy, but it's fairly easy to clean up, so I don't have to worry about it too much. I do think I need to like overhaul his room a little bit again. It's like a never-ending job to finish his room. But we're gonna go in there and look at shoes, like I said, and then the last one is kids stuffed animals. So we're gonna look at those 2 things. Let's go.
I'm playing with my spices.
You're playing with your spices? That's really cool. I need to look through your shoes to see if there's any that don't fit you anymore, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, I'm 90% sure that these shoes do not fit him. So I do keep the shoes though. He's gonna have a little brother soon, so I do want to keep like the clothes and things. These ones also don't fit, I don't think, so I'm gonna have to say these need to go.
Get your camera down so I can see.
Oh, okay, my camera down. So we have 2 pairs of shoes right there. And then, let's see. I'm pretty sure most of this stuff needs to go. Dan's trying to show you his little spices. They're old spices that I cleaned out and gave him for his little kitchen. Then he has these ones and these ones, and I'm just gonna stick them downstairs with all the other shoes.
Hi.
And then there's a lot of this stuff that needs to be gone through as well, but I just can't remember which needs to be kept and which doesn't, so I'm not gonna go through that right now. And then he has his shoes that he still wears.
Camera?
That is my camera.
I can touch it.
Just be really careful.
I don't.
And then these ones are way too small for him too. So there's about 5 pairs of shoes right there that I need to take downstairs.
But I can wear these all day.
You can?
Yeah.
They're a little too small.
Those are cute too.
They are cute.
And are these cute?
Those are cute. So we've got 5 pairs of shoes that I need to take downstairs. So those will go downstairs. And now we need to look through Dan's stuffed animals. Will you help me find some to get rid of?
Let's go through them. Let's go in my bucket.
Okay, let's look. I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk him into getting rid of any, but we will see. In her video, in Simply This Life's video, she talks about how you should do this with your kids. I don't know if I always recommend that. Do you want to keep this one or do you want to say goodbye?
Let's keep this one.
Where are we keeping it?
In my big boy bed.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk him into saying goodbye to any. Okay, do you want to get rid of any of these ones?
And this is my frog.
It is your frog. Also the issue is, I'm kind of attached to a lot of these. So it's hard to say.
What I found comes the train.
Yeah, he's really cool.
This is he animal?
He's a stuffed toy, huh?
He is a toy.
So
He's an animal.
I can't bear to get rid of any right now. I just can't do it. They have sentimental to me, okay? And then there's this enormous one that my dad got him for Christmas. So it makes me laugh because it's just so big. But, you know. Comment down below what you were able to get done. And yeah, I'm going to show you what I got in my donation bin. But I feel like I did pretty good. I followed the list. I got rid of some things that weren't on the list, but were necessary to say goodbye to. So I wouldn't say decluttering with kids is the most effective thing, and I also think I got a little fatigued at the end to declutter something sentimental. Even though it's like, it's just stuffed animals, I really won't probably miss them, but I just like, I mentally can't do it right now. And it's okay to say that you can't do something, that's fine. Just, if you've decluttered one thing while watching this video, or even just decided, I love that giraffe, or even just decided to declutter one thing while watching this video, you are doing so well. Give yourself a pat on the back. Just progress, not perfection. We can't do everything perfectly. A list like this is not meant to be done in a day. So if you break it up into little sections, it's a little easier. But my house is in maintenance mode. So doing it in a day it's kind of okay, but I still didn't do all of it. I didn't do everything. I got fatigued. I didn't want to go downstairs. So this is the box of stuff Simply This Life told me to declutter. And here is a bag of stuff. I will try and deliver this to the animal shelter, and then the stuff will just go to my normal donation center. But if you were able to get anything done, please comment it down below. Or if you just kind of sat and relaxed and got some motivation from watching this video for later, that is also good too. I watch a lot of videos and then I'll like sit and watch them while I'm eating or laying in bed because I can't get out of bed yet, but it gives me the motivation to get up later and do things. That's also just, it's such a good thing. So hopefully this video gave you some motivation to just take this a little bit of time to declutter a few things. It feels really good. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! So I did come downstairs for a second, and I'll be putting this in the bag upstairs. But yeah. So, gonna do that now.
I want to do that.
You wanna do what?
I want to do that.
You wanna do what?
I'm going to hold that bag. Can I?
You wanna hold the bag and do it? Okay, sit right here.
Okay.
Dan wants to do the thumbnail. Okay, hold the bag. And make a funny face. Are you making a funny face?
Yeah.
Go like this.
I did it.
You did it. Is that what mommy does funny?